Hey guys, Jared with Classy Cart here. I wanted to talk to you about some of the pros of doing private catering events because I get a lot of people calling, always trying to do like more going the health permit route, and so I wanted to talk about some of the pros of going to the private route of catering. And when I say private route of coffee catering, I mean like maybe coffee catering for like a company like Google, Home Depot, or doing events like that. So I want to talk about some of the pros, some of the cons as well. So, some of the pros about doing private catering events is number one, a lot of areas you don't need health permits. It's just a lot easier because you can kind of label it like, you're not charging per drink, you're charging maybe for the event. You're charging for the experience, right? And so it's not technically you're not technically charging per cup. And so that's the reason why a lot of times you can get away with it, but you will want to check on your area. And so that's a major advantage. I would say number two is like the amount of money you make for the most part. So I know a lot of caterers, a lot of coffee caterers. I know hundreds and hundreds, maybe. Yeah, I know a lot of coffee caterers. The most successful ones I know of, all of them do private catering because you can charge a crazy amount of money. You could charge anywhere from $500 to 14,000. I just had a customer charge $14,000 for a wedding for coffee catering. So the thing is, you make your money back a lot quicker when you do the private catering route because like when you maybe want to set up somewhere like maybe like a train station or something like that and you're just like charging per drink, I mean, you might only get like 40 customers. I mean, if it's like in a really great area, of course you can get more. There's some really amazing spots you can make a lot of money in coffee catering, but more times than not, a lot of these smaller locations for carts just you're not going to be making as much as you would in the private sector. I know a lot of multimillionaires when it comes to coffee catering because they concentrate on doing these private events for these companies. And the reason why is because, think about it. If Google hires you, do they care if you're spending a few $1,000s, $10,000, $5,000? They could care less. And so they just want someone who's professional. Okay, and so how do you get these private events? I know that's going to be a main question I get. So we're talking about these great private events, right? How do we get these private events? There's a couple of ways to go. I'm going to tell you how I did it. I did it by going the nonprofit route at first. I started contacting nonprofits to do coffee catering, and to be perfectly upfront, my first few events were actually for free. I wanted to get my name out there. This was like 12 years ago, 13 years ago. But guess what? People start giving you their card, their information, because a lot of the people, these nonprofits, they are, executives, and they'll get you in contact with their assistants and different things like that, and they'll get you coffee catering. And so these nonprofits are an amazing place to start. I'm not telling you to do it for free. I did it because I was just really hasty. I really wanted to get started. I was okay with taking the knock of doing a few events for free. But guess what? I started to get up there and was able to start getting some pretty good jobs that way and started to be able to charge a good amount of money. So that is one option. And of course, for you, take advantage of your Instagram, really start posting content on there and sponsor it. Instagram's doing a lot better these days at getting your name out there to the right people. Test it out. I think, though, you're probably going to need to spend at least $30 a day. And so that might not be till maybe you're a little bit more successful. So if you're just starting out, that's a big ask, $30 a day. So just doing it organically for now, that's what you kind of want to do. And then there's also the old-fashioned way of knocking on doors and cold calling. I had a customer. He actually got a really good location on the beach in Southern California, and it's this hotel right on the beach. And he got this location because he simply, literally started knocking on doors. He bought the cart and had the location within 2 days, and that was just from him just being active and just trying to make sure this happened for him. And he found a location within 2 days of buying the cart. Pretty amazing. And so, doing it the old-fashioned way will work too. Knocking on doors, cold calling, and seeing, hey, like who needs a coffee caterer here, and maybe giving them a little discount for the first time. All right, and so those are some of the pros of doing some private catering. I didn't miss a few things, but this is more of just, really just giving you some really good tips for you getting started out when it comes to coffee catering. If you have any questions, please let me know. I've been coffee catering for many years. And yeah, I look forward to hearing from you.